Masala Radio.
Hi Sunil.
हाय रणबीर, बॉलीवुड स्टार दीपिका और कटरीना से थोड़ा सा टाइम निकालो ह्यूस्टन गांव वालों के लिए. So are you ready for Sugar and Style Masala Radio interview?
Absolutely.
What's up, party people? This is Sunil, and I've got Ranbir Kapoor. They call him RK on the phone with us live from Sri Lanka.
Thank you, Sunil.
Welcome to Masala Radio. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing awesome. I'm in Houston, and you're in Sri Lanka.
Right. Yes.
What's happening in Sri Lanka?
I'm shooting a movie called Bombay Velvet with Anurag Kashyap. So I've been here for the past 10 days and going to be here for the next 40 days.
It's a beautiful place, eh?
Have you been here?
I would say 15 years ago, when I was still in Don Bosco High School in Matunga, went on a field trip to Singapore and Sri Lanka and spent a couple of days there.
Yeah, it's a lovely place. Haven't really explored it yet, but it's quite coincidental that my father went to Don Bosco Matunga also.
I've seen your old family home behind VJTI.
Behind in Chembur?
No,
In Matunga.
In Matunga.
In Matunga, okay. Oh yeah, correct. My great-grandfather, Mr. Prithviraj Kapoor, used to stay there.
Is it still your home? Do you visit?
No, we don't own that anymore. They had, Then my family shifted to another place in Chembur.
Yeah.
This was back in like 1950s, 60s.
Yeah, Matunga was such a beautiful, and it still is a very nice place to stay.
It is, yes.
So congratulations on all the success, 100 crores on Jawani Diwani. That's just awesome, yeah.
Thank you so much.
So did your dad ever say, "Oi puttar, your movie broke all my records. In fact, it broke the record I was dancing on in Cars."
No, he didn't, but it's quite heartwarming. We never expected Jawani to do so well. So it feels great. I think my father was way more excited than I was, and he's very encouraging, and he always gives me some constructive criticism on work. But when there is good box office success, he feels really happy.
Your dad used to make 6-7 movies in a year. Does he ever open your room, barge in and says, "Wake up, Sid, what the hell you doing? Raat bhar Katrina se text karta rehta hai. Go out there, shoot, make more movies."
Yeah, he often tells me that. Last 2 years have been pretty slow because Rockstar, Barfi, and Jawani and Diwani all took a year to make. But hopefully, this year I've speeded up my work. I've taken on more projects. I don't think it's healthy for an actor in today's day and age to do more than 2 films a year. So hopefully, at least I can, show up 2 films in a year.
So I hear you and Shahid Kapoor have shared a similar interest in women. And I just happened to see his movie last night, Phata poster, Nikla Hero. I thought he was okay. What have you heard?
Well, I heard some mixed things on it. I haven't seen it yet.
Since you have some close friends in the industry, do you support their movies? Do you go to the theater to watch their movies? Like, did you watch Deepika's Chennai Express? Did you watch Katrina's Jab Tak Hai Jaan? Who in Bollywood you close to that you went out to watch the movie in a theater?
The last film in theater that I saw was Great Gatsby. I wasn't too excited by that also.
Yeah, Gatsby was okay, but you gotta go see it because it's Amitabh Bachchan. Hey Ranbir, तुम्हारा बाप है ना, हमारा बहुत अच्छा दोस्त है. I hear you're a big Bachchan fan, and so am I. And I'm also a big Shah Rukh fan, and I saw Jab Tak Hai Jaan, and I'm sure you saw Jab Tak Hai Jaan, and you saw Katrina and Shah Rukh. They don't have any chemistry together. The movie didn't have the heart.
Yeah, it didn't end up.
You did some time in New York, you were at Strasbourg, you lived on your own.
Yes, I actually went to a film school called School of Visual Arts. I learned direction out there. It was an undergrad course, and then I did a year at Strasbourg. But I think more than that, it was just the experience living in New York, living by yourself. I think that experience is something which really is enriching.
In the city, did you ever go to Mamoon's Falafel?
Yeah, of course. It's such a famous place, and especially with the New York NYU bunch. I spent like close to 4 years out there, so I've done all the regular places.
In your old characters, Raj Sharma, Prem, Bunny, which one resembles or relates to you?
I think Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, because it's such an urban character, and I think that has been my hardest film out of the 10 films that I've done, because when you have a character, you usually have trappings and things that you can hold on to and to kind of express on screen. But when you have a character which is very close to how you are in real life, it's very hard to play that. So I think Jawani has been a hard character for me.
You said you were very surprised of all the other movies that Jawani Diwani made is your biggest movie. Why do you say that?
Why do I say as in why it did well?
It did well. It's an awesome movie. You just said, I'm surprised that movie did well compared to the other ones.
No, I'm not saying I was surprised. I'm saying it was a harder film for me. Jawani just combines, good music.
Personally, if you ask me, one of the reasons why Jawani Diwani did so well is because your issues with Deepika, not issues, but the fact that you and her were an item and y'all were close and then this and that. And she even got an RK tattoo for you. And how would it be if you and her were to act together? And that is what people were curious about.
Absolutely. People were quite curious to see me and Deepika together on screen. There are a lot of factors that goes into why a film does well, and I don't think it only the main lead or the main actor. I think even the director, Ayan, it's our second film together. We did a film called Wake Up Sid before this. He's really a bright boy. And he just wanted to make an urban, fun, entertaining film, not taking himself too seriously. And I guess people like entertainment, and, sometimes you have to mix your array of films with something like that. So I think it came at the right time also.
I think you got a good selection of movies. You got Rockstar, you got Barfi, you got Jawani Diwani. You certainly have an awesome following here in the US.
Wow, thank you.
Somebody quoted, maybe you did, saying that in school, when you were in Bombay Scottish, that you were not good in theatre and you got one-line roles.
Yeah, I was always a shy kid. I wasn't very expressive in school. I was always below average in everything. So I think, because I was a celebrity child, I guess that's why I even got those one-line roles. Otherwise, I was no good.
That's funny. As you get more and more popular, is it lonely, the higher you go in the popularity chart?
I'm really grateful. I get to do what I love, and this is the choice that I had made very early on in my life. So there are no complaints. Where loneliness is concerned, I've always been a bit of a loner myself. I enjoy time alone. I'm not afraid of that. But I guess, I don't take success and failure too seriously. I've grown up in a film family, so I understand the value of just being true to your work and just working continuously rather than, taking success to your head or failure to your heart. It's also too early for me. It's been 10 films. I'm 6 years old in the film industry right now. Maybe I could answer this question better in another 10 years.
You seem very grounded. I have interviewed some of the big stars, and I think a lot of the new kids have the same approach that you do. But right now I'm going to go to BESHARAM. I saw the trailer last night, and it's funny. It's sort of like Jawani Diwani. It's kind of a little over the top, a little...
Well, absolutely. It's very over the top. It's the most over the top character I've played. He's loud, he's vulgar, he's good-hearted. He's somebody who doesn't take himself too seriously. You love him. You hate him, you can't ignore him, and so it was an interesting part. It is your action, comedy, entertaining, romantic masala film. With the songs, dances, and it all. So the experience has been great. I always wanted to work with Abhinav. I was a big fan of his earlier work, Dabang. And when I met the guy, he was really straightforward. He was very simple. He was, a good person. And I really believe that, to create something, to make movies, you need to work with people. So the experiences has been wonderful, and more so also because I got the opportunity to work with my parents for the first time, and that's been a great learning curve for me.
Your mom shows up and she cracks her knuckles, and does she have a big role in the movie?
Yes, absolutely. They're actually playing two corrupt cops. They're not my parents.
Oh!
I'm playing a car thief. So it has that caper feel where they're continuously chasing me through the film. So the dynamic was very interesting. It wasn't your cliche father-son or mother-son roles. It was a bit like spy versus spy, and a lot of...
Catch Me If You Can.
Comedy scenes. And Catch Me If You Can. But it's obviously done in a very comic way.
I like that. Who's the new girl? Never seen her before. I haven't heard much about her.
Well, her name's Pallavi Sharda. It's her first big mainstream film. She's done a couple of smaller roles before, and was really amazing to work with her. Very hardworking, great dancer, and I hope that audience accepts her and she gets to do more work.
In the opening scene of the trailer, I don't see a hose, like a water hose, going through your pants.
No, it was actually a tiny mineral water bottle which we holds in, which I was fetching because, as you know, when you shoot a movie, there are many retakes and you can't really continuously keep peeing every time there's action.
Oh, that's funny. And you call your dad Motu in the movie. That's gonna get you a lecture, son.
No, actually, I was quite afraid, to do that scene because I'm actually tying him up, I'm shouting at him and making fun of him.
Yeah.
But my father, like I mentioned earlier, he's such an amazing actor that he really liked the scene. He really liked what the character was doing to his characters. That he really let me do. Gave me the kind of confidence, go ahead and just do what you have to.
I'm sure he's a great guy and a wonderful actor, but he is your Indian Punjabi dad, and they can get pretty mean. And I'm sure he's given you some lectures about you and all your women complaining about you on Karan Johar's show. कैसी तुम्हारी अजब प्रेम की गजब कहानी है? क्या कर रहे हो तुम? And if he is a strict dad, how is it working with him?
In real life, I'm quite scared of him. But I think through this movie, we've kind of broken that ice, and we really had fun with the characters and the scenes.
I relate to you in a way. I'm a mama's boy, as in my mom raised me. I hear that you are an emotional guy, and you're very close to your mom.
Yes, of course, I'm very close to my mom. I don't know about the emotional part. I'm told I'm a bit detached, but
okay.
very close to my mom.
In this new movie, the music, I haven't heard about the music. Any one track that when you heard the soundtrack, you were like, this is gonna jam. Just like Jawani Diwani, I'm sure when you heard Badtameez Dil, you were like, this is gonna hit.
Well, absolutely. I'm very excited about the soundtrack. It hasn't been released yet, as we just released the first promo. It's the composer is Lalit of Jatin Lalit's fame, who've done things like Dilwale Dulhania and Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak. So I was very excited to kind of collaborate with him. And, it's an array of different kind of music. I think my two favorite songs is when you get to hear the album is Love Ki Ghanti and BESHARAM, the title song.
Do you always wear some padding? Is that how you're able to just be so chill with the girls?
Well, I'm learning. I don't think I've ever done it yet, but it was quite funny when Abhinav narrated the scene to me, and I tried to do it with as much as conviction as I could.
The expression, when the trailer hit, it was I just totally burst out.
That's good because that's exactly the reaction we are looking for.
You're a ladies' man. You appreciate women. What is it about women? Is it the chase? Is it the passion? Are you an addict of romance?
Well, it's none of that. I think every actor somewhere is blinded with a certain perception. I guess the kind of movies I do, that image gets stuck with you. It's not that I'm a ladies' man. Yes, of course, I'm extremely heterosexual and I love women. I think it's the romance. I think the romance is what's great. Is that is that a button where people clap or are people actually clapping?
It's real people, fool. What do you think? Only India has manpower? Hola, this is Masala Radio. And we have a live crew right here. And a lot of our crew members that are women have stopped by to hear your interview.
Oh, that's great. Hi to everybody.
Hi, Ranbir.
Ladies, if there's one thing you could say to Ranbir, what would that be?
We love you, Ranbir.
Thanks to you, Ranbir, I've got a full house for the first time. All the beautiful women of Masala right here in front of me. I've got Sandhya, Priyanka, Priya, Kashmira, Naina, Bijuria, Preeti, Alka, Ina, Pankti, Kiran, Rinku, Devangi, Sarah, and Munira. And they're all asking the same question.
Yeah.
If you are a couple, why were you wearing turquoise blue shorts and Katrina is wearing a red and white bikini? You should have been matching Katrina's bikini in that picture in Ibiza.
Yeah, there is a bit too much of a hullabaloo made out of certain pictures and stuff, and I think I've burnt my fingers enough to speak about my personal life anymore.
I completely understand, and that's why I have the men of Masala, Raju, Dilip, Double, Sushil, Abhishek, and Shah, stop by the studio to check out what the Hollaboom is all about, and they're totally jealous that you're getting all this attention, Ranbir. In fact, my very good friend Malik Jamal wanted me to ask you, why did you dump Deepika? She's beautiful, she was dedicated, she made a tattoo for you. Why did you dump her? But regardless, Malik is glad you dumped her, because now Malik has a chance with Deepika.
I didn't dump anyone, so you can tell Malik that I'm sure he has a chance. He just has to go and, I guess, initiate a conversation with her. And I'm sure, I wish him all the luck. I hope that she gives him some attention.
Tell me about this one film that you made in school, India 1964.
Yeah, like I said, I was in a film school, so I obviously made a bunch of amazingly shitty films. But there was a friend of mine who... from India, I knew him since a child. He made a short film called India 1964. So he casted me, and it was a short film which he actually won the student Oscars for it. So it was a good experience. It was one of my first few acting gigs. It was fun.
When you travel now in Bombay, who's in your entourage? Do you have an entourage? Do you go alone?
No, I don't. I guess my entourage is the people who, I've been working from my first film, my makeup, my hair guy, the person who drives me. So I guess it's the same people. My friends are still the friends I have from school. I don't have any new friends. So life is pretty much the same.
That's cool, yeah. Who first said, Dad, I want to be an actor, or Mera puttar actor banega?
I don't think there was a conversation ever. I think just because you're part of a film family, it's always taken from granted from the time you're born that you'll be an actor. So there was no certain day, that I sat my parents down and said I want to be an actor. I think it was just a natural, organic process over the years that I developed a passion and a liking towards the profession.
How did you get to be so tall? I've met your dad at IFA in Toronto, and he's not that tall.
Well, I don't know. I guess it's some genetics. My great grandfather, Mr. Ranbir Kapoor, was very tall, I tried to play some basketball while I was growing up, so I guess I could attribute it to that.
Something about the US. Have you been to Houston? Do you follow NBA, Rockets?
Well, of course, I did. Not the NBA Rockets. I was always a big Knicks fan when Patrick Ewing and Starks and all these guys were playing. I used to follow at that time, but I think over the years I've just been converted into a soccer fan more than a basketball fan.
Any plans to do an RK film?
Yeah, plans are there. But as of right now, I'm a bit overcommitted on my acting projects. But as soon as I get some time off, I would like to direct a film myself for the RK banner.
What's your favorite ride? I'm sure you don't really drive.
No, I'm actually quite a big, fan of driving myself. So I like driving.
What are you currently driving, or what would you like to drive?
Well, right now I have an Audi R8. And
You got an R8?
Yeah, and a Mercedes G63 wagon. Pretty cool cars.
Dude,
So
R8, is it the black and white, or is it the red and black?
it's the red and black.
Man, that is my dream car, yo. Is it like what, 4 point something? Is it just zoom?
It does zoom. It's a V10 engine, and it's good. I mean, I don't know if you're aware that in Mumbai roads are not that great to speed cars, and we do have speeding limits. But it's a good ride.
I'm a big fan of Indian cars. When I was growing up in Matunga, it was just my mom and I, and we really didn't have a whole lot of money, so no cars and no Bajaj. And I always wanted to own a Fiat Premier Padmini. So I imported one, and now I drive around Houston in my Fiat.
Oh, wow. Oh, nice.
But I'd love to do the R8.
Well, when you come to Bombay, I'll take you for a ride.
Well, maybe you can pick me up from the airport in your R8 and take me to Matunga. But wait, hey, no, don't worry about it. तुम्हारे गाड़ी में बैगेज का जगह किधर है यार? और मैं जब भी आता हूँ 4 बैग्स लेके आता हूँ. Favorite superhero film? Iron Man, Batman, do you have one?
I think I would say the new Batman series, what Christopher Nolan did to the Batman franchise. I'm a big fan of that.
Something that's playing in your car that's not from one of your films?
I would say I'm currently enjoying soundtrack of... I think the last soundtrack I really liked was Ashiki 2.
I heard you sing in the opening scene of the trailer. Something that we're gonna get to know about you, that you do sing as well?
Oh, I don't sing at all. Fortunately, I'm in a profession where we have a lot of singers who sing for us, but I don't sing at all.
Your favorite place to snack in Bombay?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Bombay has so many different cuisines, and from a roadside stall to a 5-star restaurant, and food everywhere is great.
So sounds like you're a down-to-earth guy and you know how to handle attention and your fans, and you're not like Justin Bieber. But how is paparazzi in India and Bombay when everybody is trying to get up in your business? How do you work it?
Well, I'm in a profession where I'm hoping that a lot of people will like me, and I like the fact that people are interested in my life. I'm very grateful because of getting to do what I love.
I've seen a few pictures of you in those dark black sunglasses. Are they a specific brand? Do you like specific brand? Or you can just pick up sunglasses anywhere you go? It could be the airport, a fashion street, Walmart, Harwin. Does it have to be a brand?
Well, it doesn't have to be a brand. Fortunately, I'm in a profession where we have designers and other people giving us clothes, so it's usually borrowed or stolen from a film shoot.
You get to keep your clothes from the movies?
Yes, if you want.
That's awesome. Man, your life is even better than Miss America. You know what they say about Miss America? Miss America is like being Ranbir Kapoor's girlfriend. You get to serve only 1 year. You got a fun life, Ranbir. दुनिया घूमने का, सेट का कपड़ा पहनने का, Audi R8, Mercedes Benz, दोनों गाड़ी चलाने का, दोनों गाड़ी दोनों गर्लफ्रेंड के लिए, एक कटरीना के लिए, एक दीपिका के लिए. बोले तो buy one get one free. Lovely, lovely. Enjoy life, my friend. Make lots of movies, make lots of kids. But right now, my time is up. I gotta go. What would you like to say to our amazing Houston audience?
Hey guys, this is Ranbir, and thank you so much for all the love and support that you guys have been showing. I have a new film coming up on 2nd October. Do try and catch it if you guys are free, and thank you for all the support, and I hope I can reciprocate it through my films.
It's great talking to you, Ranbir Kapoor, live from Sri Lanka. His film BESHARAM releases all over Texas, October 3rd. Check it out at your Fun Asia cinemas. For this interview, I want to thank Gitesh Pandya and Box Office Guru. This is Sunil T on Masala Radio Houston. Hello re, hello!